Hi there, this is Suraj, and this is the approach 2 of deploying the Spring Boot application on AWS. So, approach 2 follows the complete CI/CD pipeline for deploying the Spring Boot e-commerce application using AWS CodePipeline and Elastic Beanstalk. So, let me show you the architecture diagram for this approach. So, I have the repository on GitHub, and every time if there is a new change on the main branch, it will trigger the AWS code pipeline. So after triggering the code pipeline, it will take the code from the source repository and it will go to the build stage, and then it will deploy the application or the new version of the application to the AWS Elastic Beanstalk. So let me show you the repository, which is here. And in the repository settings, I have webhook. So you can see over here, the webhook is enabled or configured here. That's why on every commit on the main branch, it will trigger the AWS code pipeline. So let me head over to the AWS console where I have created the Elastic Beanstalk and the code pipeline. So I created the application here in the Elastic Beanstalk. I provided the name and all the steps that I have mentioned over here. So in the documentation, in the Notion, I have mentioned how I created the Elastic Beanstalk on every step that I followed, and how I allocated the IAM role to this, and how I enabled the ports on the security groups inside the security groups inbound rule, and how I provided the environment variable, because this project is not the simple demo project, because this is the complete. Let me show you the actual result of this application, which is this. So you can see this is the Elastic Beanstalk URL. On the top of that, this is the subdomain. So this is fully working website, and I have listed the dummy products over here, and it works fine completely. It requires a login and register, all the features it has. So the secrets I have that I talked, that I have configured very carefully in the while creating the application on the AWS Elastic Beanstalk. So here I have mentioned all the steps and also the creation of the code pipeline. So let me show you the code pipeline that I faced a lot of errors. It took me hours to fix this, to build this. There was lots of issues while building this project in the build stage, and after that, the build stage was fully configured. After that, I faced the error in the deployment, and I can show you the logs as well of the Spring Boot Elastic Beanstalk. Here is the logs you can see. Sorry, here. So you can see how many times I have faced the errors while triggering the CI/CD pipeline. So that initially I created it manually, but using the AWS code pipeline, this project is completely automated. Like CI/CD pipeline I have implemented, so the complete workflow is automated. Every time the developer pushes the code to the GitHub, it will trigger the code pipeline, AWS code pipeline, and then it will build it and push it to the Elastic Beanstalk. So this was the project, and this is the result of this approach of deploying the Spring Boot application on AWS. So that's it for today. See you in the next one.